address some of the other matters, because initially we're talking about the term Allah. The term Allah means what? Means the God, but it also is the name of God. So this is what we're talking about here. I think we've talked about this point. I really like to get to the position of Muhammad, because you kept putting in the video, chapter 2, verse 285 and 2:253 are contradictions. You read them in context, okay? 2:285 says what? What does 2:285 say? It says that we make no distinction between the prophets, meaning the believers, the angels. We don't make any distinctions. However, if you read 2:253, it says that Allah has caused that Allah has caused others to excel in others. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like saying you have a friend named John and a friend named Mark. One is richer than the other. We make no distinction between them. They're equal, you know? I mean, for example, you have a black person and a white person. They're equal. They have excelled in their miracles. Yes, Jesus, whom peace be upon, has excelled by his miracles. But we make no distinction.
Oh boy, we lost his voice. No voice.
I was talking about the verse 2:285 and 2:53. I am saying that in 2:285, what it says is that we make no distinction between the prophets. So Muhammad, Jesus, peace be upon him all, Moses, Ibrahim, all the prophets, they're equal in the sense that they came as messengers or prophets. They all came with the same message, which is to submit to the one only God. That's all it is. Now, when we talk about 2:253, that verse is now talking about how Allah has caused others, or some prophets, to excel over others. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, it's like saying John and Mark are equal at the workplace, okay? But John has a higher position. So what's so hard about understanding that? You keep saying that the Quran has a contradiction there, but the contradiction is in your head. There's no contradiction in the Quran itself. So please put the Quranic verses in context and stop interpreting it yourself. You're not a scholar to jump into the Quran. You want me to prove the Quran is a miracle? We can easily do that. I can do it using numerology, numerical miracles. You want to talk about science? Now, I personally don't believe there's science in the Quran or the Bible. We can talk about that, because science is mutable while the Quran is absolute. So we can talk about that if you want later. We can also talk about, you mentioned how Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was mentioned as bewitched in Sahih Bukhari. You can post that verse if you want, but there's things that I can address if you want to touch on that point as well. So I think we have more to talk about here, but I think I've thoroughly refuted your point on 2:285 and 2:53.
Okay, now you are repeating yourself. How you say we don't elevate them upon each other, and then you say we elevate? And you are telling me it's the same. John and Tom is the same. Tom and Jerry are two brothers. One is a cat and one is a rat. And they are equal, but yet we elevate upon other. They are not equal, obviously. It says it clearly, وَفَضَّلْنَا. Do you know what فَضَّلْنَا mean? They are favorites. We elevated them. By the way, which translation you read? So I can show you from your translation and from your interpretation that you are not telling the truth. You see, the Muslim, they say to me that you are giving your own interpretation. What if we go and read the interpretation of the Muslim scholars? You will see they agree with me. Now, you said that the Quran is full of miracles. And guys, did he mention science in the Quran? Did he mention science in the Quran? Did I hear correctly? I will go for it. I challenge you. I am listening. Hit me with the first scientific miracle of your choice. I'm not going to pick up my cherries. You pick up your cherries. And be careful, because every word you will say here is going to be used against your God, who is giving a false statement by your mouth. So be truthful and show me where you got this from, that Quran have miracles, which is funny, because the Quran itself states that Allah has no miracles in the Quran. but I would like to hear it from you. The mic is yours.
Sure, we can talk about some miracles. Now, again, I don't think you heard me properly. I never said that the Quran has science in it, because that would be an oxymoron and a contradiction, because science is something that's mutable. It changes over time. You agree? Science changes over time. Science is mutable. So you can't say science is in the Quran. The Quran is absolute. The Quran stands, it's absolute. It doesn't change, and it's not mutable. So we can talk about that. But again, I want to touch back on that point, 285 and 253. 285 says, لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله, that we do not make any distinction between the prophets. We Muslims don't do that. Yes, they have excelled. Allah has called فَضَّلْنَا بَعْضَهُمْ عَلَى بَعْضٍ. Yes, some of them have excelled. They have excelled in their miracles, and that's true. There's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean we make distinctions between them and take one and ignore the others. So hence, this is why I was saying yesterday, Christians are very focused on Muhammad, and they don't realize that a Muslim has to, in order for a Muslim to be a Muslim, you have to believe in all the prophets. You have to take all the prophets and messengers as people who came sent by Allah and coming with the same exact message. So I don't understand why you're not understanding.
D, I am slow. I want you to read for me this verse, as don't you keep going in a circle in the same topic. Take the mic, please. And read for me chapter 2, verse number 253, the one you mentioned. And read it. Don't read the first two words. Read it. It says, وَرَفَعْنَا بَعْضَهُمْ دَرَجَاتٍ. What does that mean? وَرَفَعْنَا بَعْضَهُمْ دَرَجَاتٍ. Explain to me.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Nothing new there. I have been explaining it to you, but apparently you're not understanding. I'm telling you, and I give you a live example, a very simple example, down-to-earth example, so you can understand. You're in a company, you have John and you have Mark. Mark has been promoted, let's say to, I don't know, CEO. And the other guy's working for him. One is excelled over the other, but don't they have the same rights in the workplace? Think about it. That's all we're...
Guys, did you hear it? So Allah, He promoted some messengers, and some messengers, they work for them. But this is not what you said. You said they are equal in front of Allah. They are not, because some are promoted. The one He's promoted is better than the one He's promoted not. Are you saying Allah is not just? Are you saying Allah, He promoted the one who promoted him, not because he's qualified, just because he's crazy? You are saying to us something really bad about your God. You are saying that Allah, He promoted some just because He's a crazy God, but all of them are the same, the fact. All of them, they are good, but all of them, they have the same qualification. All of them, they are the same exactly, but Allah decided to promote some for no reason. This is what you are saying. So this is a false promotion. People, do you agree? When a boss of a company, he promote me, and you are equal to me, and you do the same work like me, and I'm not better than you, and you are not better than me, why you promote me over him? That's not fair. That is unjust. And this is exactly what you said. Allah, He promoted some of His messengers above the others for no reasons. Explain. Explain to people here, not to me. You got busted in front of them. You're mine.
No one's busted. Again, I don't think you're understanding. I am basically saying that Allah has excelled others or certain prophets over others, and I don't think there's anything wrong there. For example, Jesus, and peace be upon, was strengthened by the Holy Spirit. Now you tell me, was any other prophet strengthened by the Holy Spirit? Also, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was the last prophet. Was there any other prophet that was the last prophet? So therefore, they were raised to the...
Hold on. By being the last prophet, that make you promoted? That's very funny. I thought the one in the end of the line is not the promoted one. Guys, do you see the logic? The last prophet is the one promoted. That's amazing. I will stand always at the end of my class because that means I am promoted. I will get D always, not A, because that means I am promoted. Jesus is alive. Muhammad is dead. Who is promoted? Can you answer? Jesus is alive. Muhammad is in the grave. Who is the one promoted more than the other? The mic is yours.
Well, in fact, it is a promotion if you think about it. If the last messenger was the cause of over, almost 2 billion people being guided today, then I would think that's pretty significant. Don't you think? Now you tell me what other prophet has done that throughout history.
Yesterday they were 1.3, and now today they are 0.2 billions. However, we are a lot more than you Muslims, and you are not answering. You are avoiding the question. Jesus is alive. Muhammad is in the grave. Who is promoted, and who is elevated, and who is elevated not? Guys, do you think he will answer the question? Do you think he will answer it? Jesus, why it's hard? I thought your English is better than mine. Jesus is alive. Muhammad is dead. And you are the one who is coming with the concept of a promotion. When Jesus is alive and Muhammad is dead, who is more promoted for Allah? Do you know? The one is dead in the grave, the worms ate him, or the one who is a living person with God right now in heaven, according to Islam? You're mine. What a disaster. Are you there? Followers of the living Jesus, are you there? Am I heard, guys? Okay, let us ask the Muslim then. Follower of the dead Muhammad, are you there? Where is the followers of the dead Muhammad, the bewitched Muhammad? I want to get an answer for this. How come you are saying that God, he promoted some messengers over others? The one who is in the grave, is it promoted, or the one who is alive for more than 2,000 years? That is a serious question to be answered. Are you there, MuslimDaee? Are you there? What do you mean? What do you mean by question mark? The one is in the grave is Muhammad. The one is alive is Jesus, and now he is in the heaven. And you are the one who came with the idea of a promotion. So based on what you said, who is more promoted? The one who is dead in the grave, or the one who is alive with God? Mic is yours.
Yeah, can you guys hear me? Okay, apparently I was talking for like a good 5 minutes, and the whole time I thought I was connected. And then I end up having to close the chat room and opening it back up, and I see you on. I don't know what happened there. But I am kind of upset because I actually did touch on some very important points. I came in saying that you're going to shave your 20-foot beard or something like that. I have no idea what you were talking about, but I was finishing my point on chapter 2, verse 285 and 253. I was basically saying that, again, there's no issue there with the promotions that...
No, D, we passed this. You are the one who said the promotion of a prophet. There's some prophets are promoted. So I said to you, listen to me, to the question. Listen, please listen carefully. Jesus is alive. Muhammad now is in the grave. Jesus is alive in heaven for more than 2,000 years. So according to this fact, you Muslims believe in, who is more promoted, the dead one in the grave or the living one in heaven? The mic is yours.
Okay, interesting question. Well, I mean, if you think about what death is basically a separation of body and soul. So I don't see how death would make you, if you want to call it, less promoted. You're just separating the body and the soul. Are you saying that Muhammad's soul is dead? Again, it seems like your knowledge of certain matters in a religion are very, very weak, because how can you say, and now you're saying the soul is dead? The body's dead. When we die, you know, our body's put to rock.
You know, Muslim, who's talking about soul and body and shish kebab? What are you talking about? Simply, Muhammad is dead, as simple as that. Jesus is alive, as simple as that. Why you want to separate Muhammad to make him soul and body? Muhammad is Muhammad and Jesus is Jesus. We have Muhammad in the grave, we have Jesus in heaven. Who is the one is promoted? The one who is alive for 2,000 years and nobody knows when he even will die. So which means he might live for the coming billion year. And the one who is going to stay in the grave, God knows for how long, maybe for the coming billion year. God knows for how long, maybe for the coming billion. Take the mic, Dai. Take the mic. I want the answer, please. Your mic. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I really don't know why you're asking that question as if I have a problem with Jesus. I don't have a problem with Jesus. Yeah, he was raised and he is going to come back. He's been up there for about 2,000 years. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't know why your question is, oh, who's greater, him or him? Again, Quran, according to our belief, the Muslim standpoint is that there is no distinction between the prophets. The fact that
Lord have mercy. Isn't it you who said there is some they are promoted, some they are not? Guys, is it him who said there's some they are promoted and some they are not? So my question is very simple. In this scenario, the living Jesus versus the dead Muhammad, who is promoted, elevated above the other? The lucky living one or the unlucky dead one? The lucky one who is alive for 2,000 years enjoying life, or the dead one who lived only for 63 years and he died by poison sick? Which one is more lucky? The one is alive, who is God, supposedly in your Quran. He saved him and took him to heaven because he don't allow him to be tortured. He don't want him to suffer from pain. Or the one who died by poison and he is in the grave right now. Which one? That's the question. And you are going in a circle because you don't want to answer. This is why I said I will shave my 20-foot beard if you answer the question. And you will not. The mic is yours.
Okay, well, I think you should start shaving your 20-foot beard because the question has been answered several times, actually. But again, I won't be repetitive. I'll just state that we Muslims believe that all the prophets and messengers are equal in the sense of their prophethood, that they all came to call others to submit to Allah. If you have a problem understanding that point, I'm sorry. Now, in regards to their performances, some of the things that they've done miraculously, they have excelled. All right? There's the point that I'm trying to make there between the two verses. This is not my opinion. You go read the Tafsir of Ibn Kathir.
I don't know, D, what's your problem? You are the one who came with the word promotion. Is it, guys, is it me who said promoted or him? I'm not asking you about elevated now, no more. I gave up that word to you. You have the copyright of it. All right? I'm not going to use it no more. I'm going to use your terms and conditions. You said some prophets are promoted. The question, Muhammad is dead, Jesus is alive. Who is more promoted? Simple. Muhammad is dead. Jesus is alive for more than 2,000 years. In your logic, as a Muslim, genius Muslim, who is more promoted? You're mine.
I don't think because someone is dead, he's less promoted. That's very interesting logic and doesn't make sense at all. So you're saying that a lot of the famous celebrities, scientists, and whatnot, people of history, just because they died, then they're less promoted now, if you want to call it.
You see, Muslim, your answer is very funny, because we are talking about someone he is living for thousands of years, not someone he lived more 5 years than me or you. Correct, guys? We are not talking about someone he is living extra years more than me because you don't smoke. We are talking about a person, he is unique in everything. He is born, but yet he have no father. He is pure. He is holy. His birth is miraculous. His death is miraculous. His life is a miracle. He is a miracle. And now he is alive because it's a miracle. Because it's a miracle to be alive for 2,000 years. And alive where? In heaven. Not in earth. So who is more promoted? The one who lives right now in heaven, or the one who is dead in the grave in earth? You're mine.
I just wish I'd be allowed to complete my sentences. It's almost like you're taking half of what I'm saying and then not allowing me to complete the other.
Right,
it's
right,
like imagine someone taking the shahada, saying La ilaha,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
cut
yeah.
them off. Well, they just said there's no God. They didn't complete illallah. So that's what you're doing with me. You keep doing that, and I think this is a weak tactic of yours. I don't know why you're trying to gain. I don't know what you're trying to do here, but you're trying to shape the chat in the way that you want it. So I think we need to have more of a dialogue and less of a monologue. All right, if we can do that, that'd be nice, because then I could illustrate some of my points without being cut off, and that would be better if possible. Now, again, we Muslims love Jesus, and we don't have a problem with Jesus, whom peace be upon him. In fact, we love him. We make no distinction between the prophets. However, the unique thing about Muhammad ﷺ that I feel you fail to acknowledge is that he was the last prophet, and the fact that over almost 2 billion people are guided today because of this man who you call dead in the grave is miraculous on its own. And there's someone always praying salutation upon.
You see, Mr. MuslimDaee, I accuse you to be a kafir, because the Quran says that you, Muhammad, you are not the one who guide them. It is Allah. So you are giving the favor of guiding 2 billion, as you claim, to Muhammad, when the Quran says the one who guide is Allah. You see how Muslims, they fabricate the religion? Guys, did he say that the one who guide 2 billion is Muhammad? Did he say that? Be my witness. And this is exactly forbidden in Islam. For the Quran says clearly that the guidance is not on you, Muhammad. You are just a warner. You are just what? You are just a warner. So why you are lying and you are saying Muhammad is the one who guide them? The Quran chapter 25 verse number 56 says, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا مُبَشِّرًا وَنَذِيرًا. Why you are lying? Shame on you. Show me one verse in the Quran saying Muhammad is the one who guide people to faith. Otherwise, you are a mushrik who claim Muhammad is God. The Quran says that the one who Allah only the one is the one who guides. And the job of Muhammad was just as a warner. Nothing more, nothing less. The mic is yours.
I am not saying that Muhammad is the...
You're not saying?
Look, please, don't play around with terminology here. People can be sources of guidance. When I go give dawah, I'm a source of guidance. It doesn't mean I'm the guider himself. All right, so stop trying to play around like, oh my God, look, we got him. No, absolutely not. People can be sources of...
Muhammad is a source of guidance? This guy is digging the hole deeper. Muhammad is the source of guidance? Show me that from the Quran. I can show you that this is absolutely a lie. Guys, remember, Muhammad is the source of guidance. The mic is yours. I'm listening. Show me the proof right now where your God Allah said that Muhammad is the source of guidance.
Well, I would first hope that you can...
Oh boy. What happened to this guy?
Well, I would first hope that you can pronounce the word guidance better first. Guidance, it's generally not cutting it there. If you don't know what a prophet or a messenger is, then maybe you should go look up the definition of Nabi and Rasul or Rasul and understand what that is. Okay? What is a Rasul and what is a Nabi? I challenge you, Christian Prince, to answer those two questions. And tell me the difference between Nabi and tell...
You see, guys, he don't want to answer the question. The first question is, why Jesus is alive and Muhammad is dead? Based on the promotion, he did not answer. Why you say Muhammad is the one who guided 2 billions? He did not answer. Because the Quran denied that totally. And I can get him busted by showing him verses from the Quran. And then when he said that Muhammad is the source of guidance, he could not answer. And now he changed the topic because he's trying to escape. Christian Prince, do you know what the difference between a prophet and a messenger? Well, only there's a difference between you, for you Muslims, because this is a very stupid question. If Muhammad is a messenger of God, he has to be a prophet of God. For a messenger of God, he delivers something nobody knows, except God and his messenger. So he's prophesying to you. So how he can be a messenger but he is not a prophet? Now, as long as you are the one who opened the topic, let me get you busted again. Name for me one prophecy for Muhammad in the Quran. How you call Muhammad a prophet when he had no prophecy? Come to be true. Your mind.
Again, shaping, bending the rules in your own chat, and doing as you please, right? Okay. So you're asking, show me one verse in the Quran where Muhammad ﷺ is a source.
D, you lost your mic. Try again. Am I heard, guys? Am I heard? All right. D, take the mic again. We heard you saying, show me where I will show you a verse in the Quran that Muhammad is a source of guidance. Your mic. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you there for being honest and kind.
He's losing his mic.
Seems like the mic dropped again. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but anyway, can you guys hear me now? One, thank you. Okay, thanks. No, you asked again for a verse where Muhammad. So I will post a verse for you there, Christian Prince, and if you can read that and comment on it, then please go ahead. You see it there?
Mm-hmm.
You see, go ahead and read it yourself. It says, and verily, O Muhammad, are indeed guiding mankind to the straight path. So you're busted, my friend. You asked me to give you one verse, I gave you the verse. You're busted in your own chat room, and this is going to go up on YouTube. Congratulations.
Oh boy, I'm busted badly. Where in that verse it says Muhammad is the source of guidance? The mic is yours. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's all you can do is repeat the question because you've been busted in front of all your people. You see, guys, your own Christian Prince has been.
Hey, Abdul, listen, it doesn't say that. I don't see it. Where it says that Muhammad is the source of guidance, I'm asking you where it says that. Did he leave? The verse he quote for us, guys, this guy is officially an idiot. I hope he will come back. The verse he quote for me, it says Muhammad is a stupid. The verse saying that Muhammad, he know nothing. He do not know faith. He do not know the book. He do not know the religion. This is what the verse saying. Read it. You know not what is faith, and you know not what is a book. This guy, are you sure you're a Muslim? This guy is giving me a hand actually to destroy Islam. Supposedly he selected from the Quran a verse when prove me wrong. So he selected the verse. It is exactly what I'm looking for. And by the way, I pushed him to do that. Do you see one Muslim they say he is a tricky? I made him post it because if I post it, he will not say it is the one we know to talk about the brother. I have to make him make it by himself. I was pushing him there.
I mean, that's all I have to say for now. We can continue discussing, or I can keep refuting you point after point. There's no issue. There's much more that we need to talk about here, but I've refuted you on several points in front of your own.
You refuted me in everything. Are you kidding me? What are you? Where are you going? You gave me a verse saying Muhammad, he have no guidance. You gave me a verse. The verse you gave me, it says Muhammad is not a believer. He do not know the book. He have no faith. He is a kafir, and yet you are making this verse to prove that he is a source of guidance. How this happen? He's out.